Hi, everyone. Welcome to our fourth episode of Grow in Grace Faith series. So, for this episode, we'll be talking about how to be a blessing despite the crisis. So, God did not put you on earth just to live for yourself, He wants you to make the world a better place. So, for our guest this evening, she will demonstrate how God can use us to be a spiritual influence in the lives of others, how we can provide the strength they need in times of weakness, how we can pray for them and help relieve their burdens, and how we might be able to help their financial needs. So, let us all welcome my gorgeous friend who is working as one of the frontliners in UK. She is a nurse and the founder of Pay It Forward Organization Philippines. Hi, Kim!
Hello.
Hello,
As
hello. So, Kim, thank you so much. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation despite of our time difference.
it's a pleasure to be here. So I should be thanking you for having me here.
Wow, wow naman. And I'm sure we haven't seen each other for years. Kaya grabe, sobrang blessing lang na na-reconnect ulit tayo. And now we will be sharing your testimony to all our viewers.
Yes, thank you so much for inviting me. Oo nga, tagal na nating hindi nagkita. And to the point na we're both doing things for God na pinagkita tayo.
Yes,
And we're
yes,
here now.
yes. Correct. Ayan, so before we start with our questions, how are you now with everything that's happening? Kasi grabe yung nangyari ngayong 2020, di ba? So, kamusta ka? Kamusta ka for this year?
Well, at the moment, I can say now we're doing okay. Kasi me and my husband, we're healthy. Family and friends, they're also healthy back home now with this pandemic. And then, meron ding bagyo. And then at the beginning of the year, meron din yung pagsabog ng bulkan. So it's been a very, very crazy 2020. And I couldn't say it was easy, especially during the start of first wave ng pandemic. Kasi we all had difficulty. It was something new na we didn't expect. Financially affected, emotionally affected, lahat talaga. And I am thankful kasi I have learned a lot during the pandemic. It was my time to get away from social media, from work when we were isolated, and to focus on what was really important. So it was difficult, but we're here now, and I am thankful and blessed.
Yes, that's true. I'm sure everyone, marami silang natutunan with this pandemic, di ba? Alam mo, dito ko nga rin na-start buksan ulit yung Facebook ko eh. I mean, gumawa ako ng bagong account. Kaya nakaka-bless to be able to reconnect. At isa nga tayo doon sa ni-reconnect ni Lord. Ayan. So, are you ready for our questions, Kim?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Pwede na.
Pwede na. Okay, so let's start. For your first question, ayan, for all our viewers to know ha, who was Kim before? And sino na si Kim ngayon?
You know, that question is parang a lot of answers. Kasi as people who knew me before in high school and college would see me as a different person ngayon. Kasi before I was a person who I wouldn't say na I was a bad person, but I was a person who chose bad habits and bad choices. So yeah, as I said, people who knew me before, they know kung anong pinagdaanan ko, what I've been through, and who I was. I would say now before I was a person in school who was suspended, who was kicked out, and I even got to the point where I questioned the Bible. And now it's a 360 turn to a new Kim. With all that's happened to me, I am a different person. As I said, pag pinagsama mo yung friends ko before and my friends now, nag-usap sila, it's like they're talking about different people. And I think this is a way of God, God showing people na no matter how many mistakes you've done before, you can change to a different person with His help. So I believe na as I said, I wasn't really a prayerful person before, but I believe my grandma's prayer saved me. So I think everything that happened before was because she prayed for me to change, and yeah, here I am, a different person.
Yes, yes. And now, 'di ba, like grabe lang talaga mag-transform si God.
Mm-hmm.
Eh, alam mo yun, ways that we cannot see, 'di ba? So, we all have been called for a purpose, and God will show us just what our hidden talents and gifts are to serve Him and serve others. So, for our second question, there. So, when did you start to feel that your purpose is to help others?
So I don't really know exactly when, but before pa like in grocery stores when you see yung mga baskets na iniiwan lang, I would pass through them and I cannot parang hindi ko kayang iwan. I need to pick it up and put it back to where it's supposed to be. Or pag may nahuhulog sa department store, hindi ko kaya na daanan lang. It's like I feel like I need to fix this. Kasi if no one will, or if I won't, no one will do it. Parang ganon. So, and before, if every time nagpa-practice ako ng parang interview questions, ang usually question is what is your edge? Yan. So I would always answer na my edge is my love for public service. So I always wanted to be a politician before kasi I thought, if you're a politician, you'll be more influential and will be more able to help people. Tapos I always joined in college outreach programs, medical missions. Kahit I was with a group of friends and they were not interested, but I would still go. So I think even before it was something I knew I wanted to do, but yung purpose part na na-realize mo it's your purpose it's just this year na na-realize ko na it is my purpose. So I knew before na I wanted to help others, pero ngayon ko lang na-realize na it is a purpose. Parang it is my purpose in life.
Ayan. So, nakaka-bless naman to know na mula pala before, sobra yung heart mo nandun na not just helping others, but yung simple ways na gano'n, yung sabi mo, sa store, di ba? And we also get discouraged, di ba? Like, hindi kasi laging okay tayo, hindi laging kaya nating gawin lahat kasi we also have our responsibilities, especially you're there as a frontliner din sa UK, and I'm sure you also have your responsibilities as a wife, and sometimes you're going to get discouraged. So for our third question, what do you do when you start to feel discouraged?
So what I do is I calm myself down because when you're on the verge of being discouraged, you feel a lot of emotions like anger, frustration, anxiety. So I calm myself down and think, and then I pray. Like there was this one time when I was thinking of natapusin na lahat kasi I was thinking, tama pa ba itong ginagawa ko? Kasi am I giving too much? Kasi I end up with a negative bank account or zero bank account. So I'm thinking, wala na akong ipon. Is it still right? Am I still doing the right thing? And then I would pray and I would remember na why, or I would ask myself, why am I doing this in the first place? So as I said, if I won't do it, who else would? So I feel a sense of responsibility to help other people. So what I do is I pray. This was a prayer I started during lockdown. So I said, God, I don't know where I am. Show me the right way. Show me the path towards following you, and I will follow it. And every time after I pray, I feel like relieved. And then I speak to my husband, and then we talk about things, and then I go back to pray. And then the next day or the next hours, I have another idea on how to fundraise, and I'm again motivated to do stuff. So it's as simple as praying and speaking to someone else. That's what I do.
Wow, praise God. And He doesn't expect us to eliminate every world problem. Diba? So He asks that we help others when we see them in need in whatever way we can. Diba, Kim? Hindi naman dahil may lumapit sa atin, responsibility na natin to, alam mo yun, to cover everything. Diba? Sabi nga is, we can help in whatever way we can. And now for our fourth question, there. So tell us about your charity organization. When did it start? What motivated you to start your own organization? And how can our viewers reach you for any donations?
Okay. So charity organization is called Paid Forward Org Philippines. So we have a Facebook page, we have a YouTube channel, and an Instagram account. Um, so it's called Paid Forward because I remember a movie back in primary school. I studied in a Catholic school, and they showed us a movie called Pay It Forward. So I don't remember the story. I don't remember the characters, but I remember the concept is about paying it forward. So what I said in the page, it's me and my husband creating a mass movement of paying it forward to other people. So technically, if something good happens to you pass it on to other people. And what I say is, if you always do it, parang pag lagi mong ginagawa to give to other people when something good happens to you, it becomes part of you, part of your culture, and part of your lifestyle. So in the end, you just do it anyway kahit walang magandang nangyayari sa'yo. And then it started in 2019. So before my own group, may iba akong group in 2016. I was invited by a friend to vaccinate children with special needs. So ano lang ako, no, nurse lang na nag-vaccinate. And then because I love outreach programs, I ended up teaming up with them. And then we created our own group, and then we did outreach programs from 2016 to 2017. So the last outreach program I did was a week before I left in April 2017. So when I came here to work as a nurse, I thought yun na yung dream ko, to work abroad and then to give what my family needs. But I didn't feel content. Parang I felt there was something lacking. Even though I did extra shifts, earned money in the bank, parang I thought, I felt like nagsasayang lang ako ng oras dito sa UK. I said, if I was back home, I would be able to work and do charity work. That's what I always said. And I always said that if ever I'm going back home, I'm going to start another charity organization, which I will call Paid Forward. And then in 2019, an old colleague of mine, said na her husband is now paralyzed, has pneumonia, and is bedridden. Kaya she said if I could help her. So I said, I will try. And then what I did first is to ask friends and colleagues to donate or for us to fundraise. And then I asked my colleagues din dito sa UK if they can share a certain amount. So we started fundraising. Ang pinakauna kong fundraising is about 2,000 pesos. And then another 2,000 for that colleague. And then that was December. So I said, maybe it's easier if I create my own page and then post something and then people can share and donate. But no one really shared kasi kaka-start lang ng page. Parang ilan pa lang yung likes ko nun, 100. So I thought it was probably a failure. But anyway, nakapagbigay naman ako. So it was okay. And then, nung nag-start yung pandemic, February, nag-start na naman ako maglikom for Taal victims. Pero same thing, it was just probably 3,000 na likom and then binigay namin sa mga naglikas na children with special needs from Taal to Baguio. If you watch that on the news, yun yung nabigyan namin. But isang person lang nag-donate nun. So I didn't really take yung page seriously or fundraising seriously because I thought, hindi siya successful kasi nalilikom lang 2,000, 3,000. And then dumating yung isang baby na ni-refer ng pinsan ko. Si Baby Kylo had hydrocephalus, myelomeningocele, 1 kidney, club foot. And then I had an idea. I got it from a friend to do this Piece of Her Like campaign. And then just to post and to invite people to just like the post, and then I would donate 1 peso for Kylo. So I said, this is a way to use our most powerful tool today, which is social media. All they have to do is share and like, and then they're helping people. So doon nag-grow yung nakilala yung page. And then I was part of another group called Pinoy Virtual Pub, which their aim was to entertain people. So nag-collaborate yung Paid Forward Org Philippines and them, and then we started creating concerts for a cause. And then doon nag-start nakilala yung Paid Forward na page. And then I had another beneficiary, Baby EJ, who we raised probably 100,000 for him. So that's the start of everything na parang I said it was overwhelming. The people were coming to me na I would do a live stream for Baby Kylo. Or Baby EJ, sorry. I would sell my old stuff and then I would donate it to Baby EJ. So that's when I had the idea na if we would all collaborate, or if I would be collaborating with other people, it would be easier to raise funds, and it was a good way to help other people and to help other businesses as well. So I see Pay It Forward as a platform where people who need help and people who want to help meet each other. And and I always say that if you have an idea on how to fundraise, if you have talents, if you have a business, you can always come to me and we could think of ways on how we can use these talents or your business to raise funds for those in need. And in terms of how viewers can reach us for donations, all they can do is they can go to our page at PA Forward Org Philippines. We have our UK bank account, our PH bank account, our PayPal account, and GCash. So I make it convenient for those who want to give, because I know how busy you are. There are OFWs who want to give, and yeah, I make it convenient for them. So I give them a lot of options on how to donate. And we are also accepting donations in Baguio. If you want to donate your old clothes or kahit anong bagay na gusto niyo i-donate, you can drop it off sa isang shop sa Baguio City. Yan.
Ayan. So, grabe. Grabe, Kim, no? From, sabi mo kanina, 100 likes. Di ba nga, you're almost 3,000, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yes.
3,000.
Ang
Almost 3,000.
galing. Yes, yes. Ang galing, ang galing. And I was also watching your live stream and also your posts. I can see your heart in every post talaga. It's just you. Alam mo yun, kung ano lang yung ginagawa mo, kitang-kita talaga doon. 'Di ba? So, nakaka-bless, nakaka-bless. And I'm happy that you're also doing collaborations with other groups, and also anyone is welcome to join you. And nakakatuwa lang. So, please keep paying forward. Tama ba?
Tama.
Yeah, so and also this organization, kayong mag-asawa, 'di ba? Together, you started it together.
Yes. So invite ko siya. Sabi ko, let's start. Tapos, syempre, I'm more techie kasi. So, I organize stuff and everything. And my husband is the
Totoo,
best part
totoo.
kasi he's my support system. So, pag may problems
Yes.
ako, I tell him. So, parang yung job niya is more difficult kasi nagrarant ako sa
Oo,
kanya.
oo,
I talk to him.
oo, oo.
And when I have ideas, talagang lahat sinasabi ko. So, siya yung
Correct, correct.
event-outan ko.
Listener
Ito
siya.
gagawin ko,
Yeah, yeah.
ganyan.
Totoo, naging listener si husband, and
Mm.
lang, absorb lang.
Yeah, nag-absorb lang siya. So, parang mas difficult pa yung part niya.
Yes, yes, correct. And yes, I'm sure God allowed you to be together for a reason, kasi you will both need each other, 'di ba? Ayan.
Yeah.
So ngayon, let's move forward with our fourth question para naman medyo fun naman tayo. Ayan. So, for our fourth question, how are you now as a wife, as well as living in UK? Yung ano yung mga naging adjustments, yung culture dyan, food, and all. Tapos, and what do you miss the most in Baguio? Kasi to all our viewers, pareho kami taga Baguio ni Kim. Doon kami naging friends. And ayan, so Kim, share mo naman sa viewers natin.
So, as a wife, I think the best person who can answer that is my husband. Kasi it's a transformation from me sa Baguio. Parang ano lang ako, uuwi lang ako sa bahay, yan, magtatrabaho. Hindi ako tinuruan maglinis or magluto, or hindi ako mahilig sa household chores. Yan, so naglilinis ako ng kwarto mga once every two months. Kasi lagi ako nasa labas, laging gala. Yan, so tapos lumipat ako dito sa UK. So it was an adjustment for me because I needed to be independent. I needed to do things on my own, to cook my own food, to clean my own flat, to do everything, to do the shopping, ganyan. And then ngayon, come my husband, who syempre iba na naman kasi we need to be as one. So all decisions supposed to be dapat dalawa kami nag-decide. Actually, siya mas maano siya sa household chores, mas masipag siya maglinis, magluto, siya talaga yon. And at the beginning, I thought na yun yung strength niya, and yung strength ko nga techie and career-wise. So, pag kailangan niya ng email, akong gagawa. And I thought parang okay lang na he does his part and I do mine. Parang ganon. Pero in the end, parang I realized na I need to learn then how to cook, to clean. So it's a really collaboration. It's teamwork in marriage. Parang, and mas madasalin siya sa akin. He wakes up and kneels and prays for how long? Ganyan, okay? And ako, I don't do that. But I still pray, but as not as prayerful as him. So parang and na ano ka rin, na-inspire ka like you want to be that person then who does that. So as a wife, I think I'm doing okay, but I think I can be much better. Our adjustments naman sa paglipat dito sa UK is sanay kasi ako maraming tao pag lumalabas ka sa streets. Pero dito sobrang tahimik. Tapos hindi mo marinig yung kapitbahay mo. So, nung unang pagdating ko dito, it's very parang nakaka-depress kasi wala kang naririnig na noise, tapos parang walang tao. And then, nalala ko nun sa Scotland kasi parang nandun ako sa town na konti lang yung ibang lahi. So, mostly mga puti sila. So, pumunta ako sa shops, yan, pinagtitinginan ako na para akong alien. So, yun yung thing na alala ko that time. And then, in terms of food, hindi sila masyadong mahilig sa rice. So, nung pagdating ko dito sa Scotland, parang ang rice pa nila yung hindi siya jasmine rice, basmati rice siya, tapos iba yung pagkaluto. Eh, hindi ko alam siya isaing, so hindi ako nakakain ng kanin. And then, yung food nila is very different. Mahilig sila sa fish and chips, jacket potato, yung mga patatas lang na na-bake, ganyan, lalagyan ng beans. It's very different. Parang, pag magluluto ka naman ng Filipino food, mas expensive siya kasi parang yun na yung imported dito galing sa ibang bansa. So, yun nga, mas expensive. So, natuto kang magluto, tapos maghanap ka ng alternatives kung ano dapat yung pwede mong gamitin. And in terms of people, they're very, very polite. So, they always say thank you and sorry. So, na-imbibe ko na rin yun. Lagi ko thank you and sorry. Kahit walang rason, just say thank you and sorry. So, I think that's the adjustment is yun din. Especially when I was in Scotland, walang Pinoy doon akong kasama. So, talagang English lang lahat. Tapos, yung accent pa nila, I don't know if you hear in movies, talagang hindi ko naiintindihan.
Correct.
It took me like 3 months para maintindihan. So, dati, pag may sinabi sila sa akin, tapos sabihin ko, I'm sorry, pag hindi ko naiintindihan. Pag hindi ko naiintindihan ulit, tatawa na lang ako kasi ayoko nang paulit kasi hindi ko talaga maintindihan. So, dito naman sa England, it's very different nung lumipat ako kasi ang daming Pinoy. So, ngayon, not very much different kasi dito sa bahay, puro kami Pinoy. Sa work, puro din Pinoy. So, parang hindi siya masyadong different sa Pilipinas. Parang working sa Pinas. And what I miss the most in Baguio is my friends and family, of course. Kasi nakakamiss yung pagising sa umaga, nandyan lang sila na nakikita mo lang, naririnig mo lang. Dito iba. And then, yung paghapon, pag walang ginagawa, nanonood lang kayong teleserye, nagkukwentuhan. And yun yung namimiss ko sa Baguio. And my friends, yung lalabas kayo to have coffee, na 5 hours kayo sa coffee shop, kahit isa lang yung in-order yung kape, pero marami kayo na pagkukwentuhan. Diba?
Correct.
Close friends. So, yun yung namimiss ko sa Baguio. And then yung places like Dunhay, Burnham, pero honestly, I miss Burnham. Parang, yung lake, ganun. Kasi nagja-jogging ka doon, so you kind of miss the place then as well. So, that's what I miss about Baguio.
Ayan, correct. And, di ba, Kim, especially Christmas season, sobrang nakakamiss ang
pala.
Oh, diba? Yung vibes, Christmas vibes pa lang sa Technoham, magko-coffee ka lang sa Starbucks, or alam mo yun, yung vibes lang ng Christmas dun sa atin, iba talaga.
Kasi same dito, hindi rin sila masyadong Christmas decor. So, pag Christmas, ako, mahilig ako mag-decorate. Pero, ina-expect mo kasi parang sa US na yung paglabas mo yung buong street, yung malls na ilaw. Dito, wala. Iba siya. Walang nangaroling, walang Christmas decors, iba siya. So, namimiss mo sa Baguio yung parang October pa lang, feeling mo Pasko na. So, dito, wala.
Correct. And October pa lang, meron ng Christmas song sa mga mall sa atin, di ba?
Yes. So, may nangangaroling na nga pagka October pa lang.
Yun na nakakamiss. Ayan. So, we are down to our last question. Ayan. So, for our last question, ano naman ang takeaway mo to all our viewers who are wrestling with finding their purpose in life and how you can encourage them to choose to be a blessing to someone in need.
Finding your purpose in life was not easy for me because it took me like 25 to 29 years to realize what my purpose in life is. Yeah, so ngayong year ko lang na-realize after all the pandemic and stuff. So I would like to share a book that I've read that helped me in finding and realizing my purpose. So it's called Make It Happen, Surrender Your Fear, Take the Leap, Live on Purpose by Lara Casey. Ayan. So my cousin Eliza Mendoza gave this book. Um, Pinsan siya ni Jay. So binigay niya yung book na to. And the only time I was able to read it is during the pandemic. Kaya sabi ko, ang dami kong natutunan during the pandemic kasi during lockdown, I was able to read this book. And it suggested me to you know, to live on purpose, parang you need to focus on things that are important. Kasi there are a lot of people who are chasing the wrong things, like career perfection. Parang you need to realize that those are not important. You need to chase the right things. So, since I read this book, Lara Casey suggested to read the Bible. So, simula before nagbabasa na ako ng Bible. She said to wake up in the morning and pray. The first thing you do is pray. Kasi most of us, we open our social media. That's what I do. I wake up, look at my phone, look at my messages, scroll, Facebook, Instagram. That's the first thing I do. What she said is to pray first and then plan your day ahead and to focus on what is important. She also suggested to work out and to, as I said, read the Bible, pray. And she said, there's one line she said na if there's one thing you want to do, yung parang it's a book kasi na she asks you questions and you make na-realize mo and then nakaka-relate ka sa lahat ng sinasabi niya, especially for people who feel lost. Yan, magandang book siya. So she said na parang if there's something you want to do at this moment na wala kang iniisip, that's yung parang gusto mo talagang gawin. Yun yung parang doon ka magsa-start to find your purpose. So it's like taking a leap of faith. Yun yung sinasabi ni Lara Casey. And trusting God in the process. Pero hindi kasi sinasabi na whatever you want to do it now. You have to ask guidance from God. Ayan. And then that's when God will give you the wisdom and courage to take a leap of faith. So it goes all together. Once you start opening your heart to God and then asking for His guidance, all comes into place. I am a very good example of it, and I will testify that. I will say it over and over again that the first thing, the best thing that happened to me is when I opened my heart to God and I asked for guidance. Ayan. And for the second question, how can you encourage them to choose to be a blessing to someone in need? So being a blessing to someone isn't about doing big things, extravagant things. Na like I know that's what I thought before. Parang you need to fundraise or do something extravagant to be a blessing to someone else. It's about giving what you have. Like all of us now, we realize now we have a lot of time during this pandemic. So why don't you give your time to your family and friends instead of doing Facebook or watching Netflix? Why not sit with your grandparents and listen to their stories from 1980s, or sit with your sister and help her with her math assignment? Make your dad a cup of coffee, cook dinner for the family. It's those simple things. Those simple things, you don't know yung effect nun sa isang tao. And a lot of people now are going through a lot of things during this pandemic. Some of them are depressed, anxious, frustrated. And what you can do is just send a message to an old friend, say hi, and ask how they are. And who knows, you might brighten that person's day because they think there's someone who cares for them. So I think being a blessing to someone else is about the little things and giving what we have.
Ayan. So, thank you. Thank you, Kim, for sharing your testimony. And yes, for being our fourth guest with our episode. Grabe, alam mo, sa mga sinasabi mo, I just listened. Sobrang natutuwa ako sa mga answers mo. Nakaka-bless yung testimony mo na hindi nga kailangan gumawa tayo ng something big for anyone who needs help. Kasi just a simple message like, hi, how are you? That's okay. It will it will help them a lot. And again, thank you, Kim, for accepting and being part of our segment.
Oh, thank you so much for inviting me. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
wish you good luck. You're doing a great job since you're on your fourth episode.
Mhm.
Um, yes, I will. I have watched the previous ones, and it's really inspiring. So I wish I have inspired other people. And
Yes,
yeah, you're welcome to check out our page.
correct,
As I said, Paid Forward Org Philippines isn't just me and my husband, it's everyone. It includes the beneficiaries and
correct.
those sponsors. So it's for everyone. It's a family. We invite you to our family, so you're welcome.
Yes. Yes, and to all our viewers, I will be putting the link on the description below, and as well, we will be flashing the Facebook page, YouTube account. And do you have other social media accounts, sis, aside from Facebook and YouTube?
Instagram, but I'm more active
Instagram.
on Facebook. Yeah.
Facebook, correct, correct. Okay, so we'll be flashing the accounts of Paid Forward Organization Philippines, so all of you can follow them, and also, you can also share your blessings in any way that you can. And yes, Kim, thank you again for joining me this
Thank you so
evening.
much. It was nice to talk to you again, and thank
Yeah.
you.
So I hope to see you, if God's will, by next year. I don't know when, but syempre makikita tayo sa Baguio.
Of
Okay,
course.
Kim?
Yes. See you soon. Yan.
Okay, okay, bye. Thank you, Kim.
Bye. Bye.